Now I interview a lot of people, Bob, and bodybuilders, experts in the business, and everybody's almost unanimously keeps saying that the quality of bodybuilders went down over the years. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Oh, I don't think there's any question. You can't compare. First of all, I think it's unfair to compare eras in any sport. Like you always get the arguments of whatever. If Jim Brown was playing in the NFL today, it's like, look, there's 100 factors that go in. You can't. It's not fair to compare eras. Okay, listen. If Arnold was around today and had access to the training and the subs, and what would he have done? Again, you can't do it. It's not fair. Okay, but are the physiques better today than they were years ago? No, I don't think anybody would claim that. We don't have the depth. I think that's the biggest difference. If you go back again 10, 15 years ago, the physiques, listen, there were some great physiques, of course, but the depth, I mean, you go down 10, 12 deep, and it's like, damn, these guys are, the best in the world, type of thing. There's a few things I think that have led to the demise, if you will, of that caliber. Listen, these guys are still tremendous. Okay, you got some great physiques out there still. The best is still the best. Could they have competed and done well back in the day? I don't think they would have done as well. They certainly would have been good. I mean, listen, like right now you're in, well, Brandon Curry competed against, Ronnie Coleman and Sean Ray and these, listen, he's not, okay? So let's not put him in that category. But listen, that physique would have done just fine out there. I don't think he beats those guys, but there's a lot of guys who don't beat those guys. There's a lot of things that have contributed to this. Bodybuilding's a hard sell. It really is. It's, listen, we don't make a lot of money per se. Money actually has been better, obviously, in the last, especially, again, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and the big contracts are still out. But there's still good money to be made in bodybuilding, but it's not like other sports. It takes a long time to get there. It's tough to take a kid, and society as we know it is what I call, it's like a drive-through version of life. Everybody wants something right now. Okay, it's not like the old days, bro. You listen. You want food? It's I can go to Burger King right now and have a burger in 30 seconds. Boom, there it is. You want something on TV? Boom, I hit a button. It's there. You want something delivered to your house? I can have something from Amazon. Well, not right now with the Corona thing, but I can have something delivered to me in hours, like literally hours. So the kids today are growing up in a drive-through version of life, which everything is right now. Okay, the problem is bodybuilding. I don't care what drugs come along. I don't care what anything comes along. Okay, it doesn't matter. You have to put time in the gym. Okay, you can't. There's nothing you can do that replaces time in the gym. I don't care how many drugs you load yourself with. I don't care what new things come up, training techniques. You need time in the gym. It's a slow race. All right, and that's a tough sell when it comes to the youth of today. This is why you see the numbers in bikini and men's physique in particular, which are quadrupled over any other numbers of any divisions. Why? Well, because it doesn't take that long to get ready. It's not that they don't work hard, but that level of, muscularity and development isn't anywhere close to bodybuilding. So God bless those people. Nothing wrong with that, but, it's not their fault. But to answer your initial question, no, it's not anywhere close what it was years ago, but it's what we have now, and that's what we work with. There's a lot of reasons behind that. A lot of physiques, I think, could have been better, but they've gotten ruined with this endless pursuit of size over quality. Doesn't work. Listen, it's all a visual, people. It's smoke and mirrors, guys. If I'm giving one bit of advice to the young guys out there, listen, yeah, you can keep injecting your delts, doing endless. You see these crazy delts these days, and it's like that all looks. It looks a little weird. It doesn't really flow. You know what I mean? B, it makes your arms look smaller, so that you better have some big old guns to go with that, or it just takes away from the aesthetics of your arms. If the delts are so big on it, if you got a 19-inch arm, it looks tiny. It doesn't work like that. And C, the most important thing, listen, you can an inch off the waist is worth 2 inches on your shoulders. It's that simple. Bring the waistline down. You can only bring it down so much. You can only build up everything so much. That's the thing that's been lost over the last 10 years, in my opinion.
Do you think the judges in bodybuilding often get blamed for it? And do you think the judges are responsible? Because I hear like, well, the judges were judging them, and that's how the shift happened in bodybuilding, just for the size. Yeah. Do you think it's fair or not fair?
That's the dog chasing his tail argument, which I've heard for years now. It's ultimately the we talked about women's bodybuilding earlier. Same argument there. Well, listen, if they didn't reward it, we wouldn't bring it. The judges say, well, if it wasn't there in front of us, we wouldn't reward it. So, again, it's the dog chasing its tail as to who's to blame. Here's the answer. Everybody's to blame. Okay. Is it the judge's fault per se? No, it's not. Because here's the problem. If 10 physiques are up there and they're all bad, somebody's got to win. So who wins? Right? Well, somebody with a bad physique. I mean, listen, that's all we got. Like every time we introduce a new division, like right now, and you're going to see this here, you can record this and log it onto your Bob Stradamus, predictions. Okay. Right now, we just introduced wellness. Okay. And mark my words, lad, you will see this over this year as soon as we can get some shows going past this epidemic. A girl goes up there and she wins and everybody goes crazy and they go, oh, so that's what they're looking for. It's like, well, no, not necessarily. That's what was there. Okay, so no, it might not be the ideal of what we're looking for, but this is the position you got to put in if you're a judge. Is look at my job is to pick who's the best or the closest, fitting the criteria that's on stage in front of me. We can't declare it a tie for third place between everybody and nobody wins. I mean, you got to go with what you got in front of you. So sometimes it's not the ideal, but it's what you got. Now, that said, if the athletes didn't put all that, those kind of physiques out there collectively, all right, you got to give the judges an option. If there's a better option, they're going to take it. They know what they're looking for. That's the other argument I see. Well, the judges didn't know. They don't know what they're looking for. No, they know exactly what they're looking for. Guess what? It wasn't you. All right? That's the bottom line. It wasn't you. There's no it's politics. Like, they don't know who you are. Trust me, there's far less politics as you go up than the other way around. Everybody thinks, Olympia. Remember years ago, it was, but Muscle Tech sponsored the Olympia, so of course Jay Cutler's going to win. Okay, well then all of a sudden Muscle Tech was out and he was signed with somebody else and he won again. Well, yeah, but it's because he's with Weider. Okay, well then he signed with MD and he won again. And everybody went, oh, well, it's like they keep moving the goalposts to fit the narrative. There's more politics at a local level because everybody knows each other than there ever is at a pro level. You think these judges have any idea who somebody is signed with or what company they're with? Listen, these things are interchangeable. They don't. And how would they work? Listen, even if, let's say there was one goofball judge who was tainted like that, he's got one vote. And the judging system, the way it is made in particular to cut out highs and lows. So if everybody got somebody in fifth place and you got them in first, guess what? Your score gets thrown out. It's just a safeguard to the judging system, and it's put in place for that very reason. It's also put in place the other way. Everybody's got somebody in first place. You got him in sixth place because you don't like this guy. Guess what? Your vote's getting thrown out. It's the low. So that said, it's still only one vote. You would need a collective of all the judges or most of them, all right, to sway anything going one particular way. It's impossible.